It is the segment that swept the nation last year, and I am proud to say that it is back. It is free money!
For your bookie.
Free money!
For
My
your bookie.
college football picks against the spread last year, I think I was like 98%. I think that was about right.
No,
So
that is not right.
free money. Of course, these are my college football picks against the spread. If you don't know how the spread works, I'll explain it next week. But here's what we're going to go for now. Okay, let's
To
start.
be fair, there aren't many spreads to worry about this week anyway.
All right, here we go. Yeah, there's not. Unfortunately, there's only 3 games with a spread.
Yeah.
Let's start in San Marcos, Max.
Okay.
Are you not going to read the game like you did last year?
Oh, I have to read it. Houston Baptist at Texas State, Saturday, 6 p.m. No line.
No line, of course, is an FCS against an FBS. I will say danger zone for Texas State. This is a decent Houston Baptist team. They've got an All-American linebacker in Garrett Dolan, a great running back in Terrence Peters. We don't really know what Damian Williams looks like for Texas State. And has the defense made any strides? If Texas State fools around, they can lose this game. I will take Texas State, though. I think they win. Give me the Bobcats.
Okay.
Bobcats straight up because it's no line.
Right.
Max, what's next?
We go up to Denton. Lamar at North Texas. If it happens, I guess there's some speculation that it might not. 6 p.m. Saturday, no line.
There is, of course, some speculation because Lamar, if you don't know, is in Beaumont. They are traveling up there. We certainly hope they're first and foremost safe. But this is an interesting test for North Texas front 7 against A&M transfer James White, who is the running back this year for Lamar. North Texas should win this game. They should be able to torch him with Mason Fine. I'm interested to see what this new defense looks like for North Texas. In the end, I like North Texas to win at home against FCS Lamar. What's next, Max?
All right. Stephen F. Austin on the Hilltop at SMU, Saturday, 6 p.m. No line.
Unfortunately, this game has lost a little bit of its luster because Foster Sawyer, the TCU transfer, is going to be Stephen F. Austin's quarterback. Yeah. He got in an off-season non-football injury. He hurt his knee, so we don't really know. He's basically their best offensive weapon. I will also say it probably didn't matter because Stephen F. Austin's secondary looks pretty bad this year, and Ben Hicks and Cortland Sutton, I think, are going to feast against them.
True.
Give me SMU against or over Stephen F. Austin. What's next, Max?
We head to Lubbock, Eastern Washington at Texas Tech, Saturday, 3 p.m. No line.
So these two teams are like mirror images of each other because they are. It's like the meme where Spider-Man's pointing to each other. Because Eastern Washington scores a ton. They led FCS in scoring last year, and they give up a ton. They were last in FCS in defense. Does that sound like anybody we know? Texas Tech, huge offense, no defense. The guy to know for Eastern Washington is Gage Gubrud, Gubrud. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Look, Texas Tech is probably going to win this game because they're an FBS team at home against an FCS team.
But if they don't?
I will only say slight danger zone here, but I will take the Red Raiders. What's next? Danger zone. What's next?
Head to Waco, Liberty at Baylor, Saturday at 6 p.m. No line.
Hey, does anybody know who the coach at Baylor is? Or I'm sorry, the coach. Well, we know who the coach at Baylor is. Do you know the coach at Liberty is?
One Turner Gill.
Turner Gill is back in Texas. Yeah. Turner Gill is coaching Liberty. This is the first look at Rule. This is interesting. There, Matt Rule, what this offense looks like is obviously going to be, number one, Anu Solomon. What does he look like as a quarterback? This is interesting because the one guy that Liberty has that can kind of hurt Baylor is going up against probably Baylor's weakest point. They've got a big defensive lineman named Jawan Wells who's pretty solid. Yeah. And if this Baylor offensive line is shaky, maybe he can wreak a little bit of havoc. But make no mistake, Baylor's a big favorite in this game. Baylor wins this game going away. What's next, Max?
Right. Head to Fort Worth, Jackson State at TCU, Saturday at 7 p.m. No line.
Jackson State is a decent SWAC team. They're a decent team. They've got a chance if things break right to challenge Grambling for the top of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. But overall, they got a decent quarterback in Brent Lyles, who's been waiting for his turn. Look, TCU's going to win this game. TCU's going to win overwhelming. The question's going to be at halftime because Jackson State's band is awesome.
That's true.
So
there's that.
You better up your game, TCU band. I'm taking TCU to win, though. All right, finally we got some lines.
All right, UTEP at number 7, Oklahoma, Saturday, 2:30 p.m. OU, 43-point favorite.
OU's 43 points, and normally I would say to stay away from this game because that's a lot of points you're asking.
Especially first game of the year.
For sure. There's a lot of craziness, penalties, special teams errors, stuff like that. UTEP's going to roll with a 3 or maybe 4-headed rushing attack with Walter Dawn, Kevin Dubb, Josh Fields, the true freshman from El Paso Americas, and Ronald Awatt from Wolford Friendship.
Yeah.
So they're going to run through a bunch of different running backs, which is unlike what they've been in the past years where they've really leaned on one guy. Ryan Metz, if they're going to have any chance to keep this game close, Ryan Metz, the quarterback's got to have a big game. What's very interesting, one guy I'm going to have my eye very closely on for UTEP is nose tackle Trace Mascoro, who is top of the depth chart at the nose tackle spot.
Yeah.
A true freshman at Refugio is going to be starting at nose tackle. He's going to have a big game against a really good Oklahoma offensive line. Oklahoma's going to run Abdul Adams and Rodney Anderson at him. Of course, they got a great defense led by Agbania Okoronkwo. Look, Oklahoma's going to win. 43 is asking a lot.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take Oklahoma to cover. I think they win something like I think they win something like 52-7 or something like that.
Sure, okay.
I'm going to take
that.
Oklahoma to
All
cover.
right.
I think they're pretty good. I think Baker Mayfield has a big game. I think
Fair enough.
Oklahoma covers 43. What's next?
Maryland at number 23, Texas, Saturday, 11 a.m. UT is an 18.5-point favorite.
First look at the Tom Herman era for Texas. The defense for Maryland should be pretty solid with DJ Durkin. They're going to run the ball. It's what they want to do. They run with their running back Ty Johnson and their mobile quarterback Tyrell Pilgrim. These are the guys that they're going to need to. They want to control the clock, keep this running game down, or keep this game as short as possible. Puna Ford needs to have a big game for Texas up front defensively. He needs to have a big game to help stop this defense dominate up front. Maryland is not a great team. Texas is going to win this game going away. I want to see if Kyle Porter has a big game or one of the running backs for Texas has a big game. Here's an interesting case. Texas has not lost a home opener since 1999. I don't expect them to lose this game. I think they're going to win. 18's a lot, though. 18.5 especially. I'm going to stay away from it, but if I have to pick, I'm going to take Maryland in the points.
Interesting.
I think they keep it close. I think it's literally something like 38-21, which is a comfortable Texas win, but wouldn't cover.
Right.
So I'm going to take Maryland and the points here. Plus, I'm going to take Maryland plus 18.5 here.
All right.
And finally, Max.
We go out west. A&M at UCLA, Sunday, 6:30 p.m. UCLA is a 3.5-point favorite.
Interesting. So this is the first look
Basically
at the
them just saying, hey, the home team.
That's basically it. This is a coin flip on a neutral site. This is the first look at Nick Starkel.
Yep.
This is interesting. I think regardless of who was going to be the quarterback, they need to rely on the running game with Keith Ford and Travion Williams. And the defense has to be ready for Josh Rosen, but more importantly in this game for A&M, they have to stop the run. They have to stop Soso Jamabo, because when Josh Rosen is most dangerous is when you have to respect the run and then he gets you on play action. That's where he's most dangerous. This game comes down to play action in my mind. They need a big game from their linebacker Otaro Alaka and maybe a play in special teams. Here's where I'm at on it. Okay. I'm a big trends guy. I like trends.
Okay.
Texas A&M under Kevin Sumlin is 5-0 in their first road game of the year. Straight up. 5-0. I think A&M wins this game outright, even with Nick Starkel at the quarterback position.
All right.
I think A&M wins this game outright. I am taking A&M plus 3.5. I think they win the game. So those are my picks. I'm going with, let me run them back through. Even on the road, right? I mean, but I think that this is going to be, I think they're ready for it. And I think that A&M teams, Kevin Sumlin, A&M teams always start hot. That's where I'm at on it. So I like Texas State over Houston Baptist, but danger zone. I like North Texas over Lamar. I like SMU over Stephen F. Austin. I like Texas Tech over Eastern Washington. I like Baylor over Liberty. I like TCU over Jackson State. I like Oklahoma minus 43 at home against UTEP. I like Maryland plus 18.5 at Texas. And I like Texas A&M plus 3.5 at UCLA. Those are my picks. Enjoy your free money.